before I get started, I'm going to introduce my audience. We're living out of state, so for the three members, two of which are from Arizona, I have my sister Vanessa and my niece Sierra. And then the third member is my husband Fabian, who is filming.
Hi.
Okay, I will be speaking today about the impactful speaking style of Mario Cuomo and demonstrate why he is memorable and sometimes controversial. Mario Cuomo was born June 15, 1932 and died January 1, 2015. He was born in New York City and passed away not far away in Manhattan. He was married for 61 years to a woman named Matilda. Together they had 4 children. During his lifetime, Mario Cuomo served as governor of New York. He stayed in this position for 3 terms, which was a record length over 51 men who had served before him. He was well liked and admired by those that knew him, and he was constantly encouraged to run for President of the United States, which he never did. He was also offered a spot on the Supreme Court, which he denied. He did, however, run for mayor of New York, but he unfortunately did not win that race. Mario Cuomo identified as Democratic. He was also a strong Catholic. These aspects of his background played a large role in his characteristics as a person and a speaker. He was also very humble about himself and his accomplishments, but during his speeches he was not afraid to be blatantly honest about his thoughts and opinions, regardless of the backlash it may cause. According to an article in The Economist, he was recorded saying a reason he didn't want to take a seat on the Supreme Court is because he would miss making controversial speeches. One reason his speeches were so controversial is because his views went against the norm for his time. For instance, one memorable moment for him was during his speech at the Democratic Convention. He went against how President Reagan viewed the status of America, which was in a very positive and uplifting light. However, Mario contradicted him and spoke of a very different America, one in which there were struggles, homelessness, a crisis in the job market, and so on. This speech was a pivotal moment for Cuomo, and definitely highlighted his speaking style. His views and opinions stemming from the liberal and democratic way of thinking caused a stir because, as the New York Times reported, he expressed these views during a time when it was most definitely the unpopular opinion. Another of his strengths was the ability to be an excellent debater. This quality was likely key during his career as a lawyer. He also allowed his degree of passion about whatever he was speaking about to show clearly, which added all the more reason for him to be a standout leader in public. He also had a memorable sense of humor, which he added when the situation was appropriate for it. Some of his views were so well received, however, such as him being against the death penalty, which cost him votes in one election, and when he went against his church, saying that even though one can be against abortion, they can still support women who chooses to do so. This opinion shows that even though he sticks to his core beliefs, he is still compassionate about people who believe differently than he does. The speech of his I chose was titled Religious Belief and Public Morality, a Catholic Governor's Perspective. In his speech, he discusses the difficulties of incorporating his own religious beliefs into political issues in such a way that it does not force his views on the public, but still stays true to his beliefs. One of the issues he covered was abortion. According to his Catholic religion, he is against abortion and would like to see it made illegal. However, he talks about the dilemma of the need to stay true to your beliefs, but remain fair to everyone, and not just force one set of rules of religion on everyone else, because it could cause them to lose respect for the law and the lawmakers. His speech was very insightful on the struggles of maintaining a balance between politics and religion, and highlighted some of the details of the mental process of making fair decisions on new laws. I chose Mario Cuomo in his speech of separation of religion and politics because he was someone I had read very little about previously and thought it could be a good learning opportunity. Also, it seems lately in current events, the issues of religion has become a prominent one as far as the nature of new laws and policies being passed. Mario Cuomo's style of not being afraid to state his beliefs and opinions openly can be used in today's speeches, but still in a respectful manner as he did. Speakers wishing to follow his style should not be afraid to speak their mind and stand up for what they believe in, but still keep in mind the wants of the audience. Some current speakers, such as presidential candidates, clearly have a similar style of using controversial topics and views in their speeches to make an impact on their audience. I enjoyed learning more about Mario Cuomo and his speaking style. It was impressive to see how much compassion he used during controversial topics, and it made him more respectable to listen to. One of my favorite quotes from the specific speech I studied was, "We can be fully Catholic, proudly, totally at ease with ourselves, a people in the world, transforming it, a light to this nation, appealing to the best in our people, not the worst, persuading, not coercing, leading people to truth by love, and still, all the while, respecting and enjoying our unique pluralistic democracy, and we can do it even as politicians." Now you know some of the history of Mario Cuomo and his style of writing and delivering speeches. You can now apply some of his methods to future speeches and make comparisons with modern speakers. You can see the importance and relevance of the style and how it works to get the message across. Thank you.